Robert Di Venanzo joins me now, Pivot Airlines captain. Robert, it is great to see you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited. First and foremost, I think a little bit cautiously optimistic, I think, given what we've gone through here for the last 7 months, but definitely excited at this point.
Can you talk to me about, if you don't mind, what it's been like? What we understand there was no questioning, but you all were detained, the men and women separately detained. The conditions there quite horrific.
Yeah, I think the first 10 days that we spent in the country from April 5th on, the evening of our detainment, I've said it before, the only word that you could describe it as is hell. The 10 days that we were in the cell, it was dealing with constant threats to our lives, extortion, staying with 26 criminals in a 12 by 12 cell. So that period of our detainment down here was just horrifying. And the last 7 months that we've been out on bail, but basically on house arrest, it really hasn't been a picnic either. We have armed guards 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with us. We can't go anywhere without them, and we're basically living under house arrest.
And I can only imagine the frustration and confusion when these bags were discovered. You did your due diligence to say, hey, this is something that we've uncovered here, in hopes that this was a good thing that you guys were doing, uncovering, some kind of a smuggling operation here, and everything just turned completely against you.
Yeah, in a matter of about 5 hours, I think it went from us feeling really good about what we had found and reported to, oh my goodness, what is going on? 5 hours became 12, 14 hours, and we ended up being put in a cell for the next 10 days, prior to being let out on bail. But of course, I'm unable to leave the island. So it was really shocking. I think those first 5, 6 hours we were just completely amazed. I mean, when we located and reported it to the authorities, even when the authorities came, it was, everybody was joyful. We thought we had done the right thing, and it literally turned into 7 months of a nightmare. And it's not over yet.
Yeah.
As I say, they've filed the file to drop the charges, which is amazing, and we're just, I guess, waiting on a signature now from a judge to begin the process of being let home.
Do you have your documentation, your passports, or is that still in the hands of authorities?
No, the authorities still have that. They have our passports. They have all of our electronic devices, our airport security. They have everything.
Before I let you go, I know you had an opportunity to speak with your daughter, saying to her, "Girl, I'm coming home." If you could share a bit of that with us, we're really all of us are can't wait to have you back here in Canada.
Yeah, it's funny. I have a wife and I have two children, and my children are older; they're adults,
Mm.
but it doesn't minimize what anyone's gone through. I had talked to my wife and my son a little bit prior to talking to my daughter, and finally got a hold of her last night, and it was just the emotion. In telling her that, it looks like we have some good news, and I'm finally coming home, and she was happy and excited, and even today we've been talking nonstop about it. So. I'll tell you very quickly, it's been very difficult the last number of months, probably the last 3 months for me. Haven't been able to do any video chats with my family. It's only been phone calls. As soon as I do video chats, it just turns into tears. It's been a pretty tough situation for all of us, but it looks like things are getting better for us here shortly.
Well, we are praying that they certainly are, and we look forward to being able to speak to you again, Robert, when you're back here safe at home with your family, indeed. Robert Di Venanzo, Pivot Airlines captain, we're sending you our best wishes to you, the passengers, the team out there. And as I mentioned, we look forward to having you back home.
Thank you so much for having me on and telling our story.
You're very, very welcome.